wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be. And if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. Welcome to episode 3 of Chasing Mallory, Chasing 100k. Roll credits. So yeah, do apologise, I am still a little bit under the weather. I had a cold, like a flu all week. And it's horrible, and it's still hanging on a little bit, like kind of still going in my nose. So I sound very nasally today. And my throat is just like kind of just itching and everything like that. And my t-shirt's really annoying me today because it makes me look like I've got breasts. I don't have breasts, but you guys in YouTube land don't know that. So Bruce came out, it's had its first full week out in the wild now. We've just been overwhelmed with the response for it, basically. It's just done for us phenomenally. Thank you so much for everybody who streamed it. Thank you very much for all your kind words. Thank you to all the blogs, reviews, playlist ads. It still means the world to us, so thank you so much. If you haven't listened to it yet, please do go give it a listen. The Spotify link is just down there below, or if you search Chasing Mallory on your chosen music streaming platform, I mean, you can do it on anything, you do a streaming platform, just search Chasing Mallory and you will find it. You might even be able to do it on PayPal. You can't do it on PayPal. PayPal is a payment service, not a music service. So, first of all, we can finally update our stream counter. So we're aiming to get 100k streams by the end of the year. After Bruce's first week on the market, it has got us, drum roll please, 2,000 streams. So 2,000 streams across Spotify. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody who's listened to it and streamed it and added to their playlists. Yeah, it's getting us that little bit closer to our goal at the end of the year. So we're all really, really like kind of just thinking that we managed to get over 2,000 streams in the first week of its release. So thank you so much. This basically sets all our releases up for. It sets it all up so nicely for thingy, because now that we can show Spotify that this is something that we can do. Basically it'll be a little bit more favourable on our next release and everything like that, and then so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. Like I said in our first video, that we are planning to release music every 6 weeks for the remainder of 2026, and yeah, everything's still on track so far, so fingers crossed everything goes through nice and smoothly. Yeah, but this is a great start, and just thank you all so much. So what's Chasing Mallory been doing this week? So we've been doing, I mean, we have literally all been flat out. I mean, I am so proud of everybody's work behind the scenes this week. We've done so much. I mean, there's been thousands of emails gone out. There's been loads of like playlist submissions. There's been loads of talking to curators, editors. There's been loads of radio show chats, blogs, review platforms, magazines, just so much basically. And literally we've worked our butts off, all of us. So everybody in Chasing Mallory, I take my hat off to everybody about like the work they've put in this week. It's been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we've received some absolutely amazing reviews. So I'll use this one as an example, so you'll probably see this on your screen now. This is a lovely review received from 3 Songs and Out. 3 Songs and Out, they are absolutely amazing. They got an amazing platform out over there. They do photos for shows, they do live gigs, they do reviews of everything. So if you do get 5 minutes, please check out 3 Songs and Out. Yeah, they're just absolutely brilliant. We've got on some really good playlists as well. So again, that really helps us out, getting our music out there and to people. So that's just absolutely amazing. and we got some really good blogs and everything. We got like there's a lot of things from all around the world. Like it's done quite well in Spain. We've got quite a few like kind of different publications out in Spain at the moment. There's a few advertisements over in Brazil as well. So yeah, it's great. It's going really well according to plan. So now we got our next few weeks to go through. So we've released, we got one video that's releasing this week, which we were editing last week. It's the lyric video for Bruised, which you'll see a little snippet on screen now. So yeah, it's really kind of quite clever how Remy did that. Remy this is all Remy, this has nothing to do with anybody else. Like, she did this all on her own backbone. So she went out, she asked if she can do the lyric video this time around. We're like, yeah, cool, go nuts with it, see what you can do. And normally with a lyric video, it's literally just like a karaoke video, where it's just the lyrics on the screen, and yeah, we'll just have our music playing over the background so you can see what the things are and get a deeper connection to the music for knowing the words to it and everything. But Remy really went left field with this one. So she basically created this whole video of her like kind of handwriting all the letters. Basically, she's writing a John Deere letter to somebody about basically it's the lyrics and everything like that. And she's absolutely smacked out the park with that one. Remy can be so creative, and that sort of like kind of stuff really shows with that. So hats off to Remy for sorting that out. That video is out now. It was released on Wednesday. I record this video on Wednesday, so it's not out yet for me, but when this video gets released on Sunday, it will be available for all of us, except for me, because obviously still stuck in the past. Yeah, and we did some heavy editing of another set of videos we put out, which is basically behind the scenes of what we do as a band, like kind of on a weekly basis. Basically, what we did is over 2025, we documented a lot of the stuff we were doing. So everything like kind of when we went to shows, we were just hanging out, or we were recording stuff, or just having a laugh, really. So we managed to capture a hell of a lot of footage of that over 2025. And what we do is we've compiled them into like kind of little compilation videos, and they go up on our YouTube channel every Friday. So if you haven't checked them out yet, do check them out. But yeah, no, they're great fun because it shows that human nature behind it, and again, it shows basically everything, all our team, and it's just all about a group of friends having fun, really. And that's a side you don't get to see with a lot of bands. So we're happy to share our behind the scenes on that. So yeah, so they're out every Friday. This is one of the ones. So this is Chasing Mallory from the church in Derby. So this was a music venue in Derby. I mean, look at that. Look, that is a hell of a photo. I don't know who took that photo, but it was brilliant. Whoever did that. It was just, yeah, as soon as I hit it back, it's probably my favourite like Chasing Mallory photo ever. But yeah, it was just like kind of, the church in Derby was a really, really cool venue. My best way to describe, when you first got there, all you'd hear was this drill going off. We knocked on the door and there was a drill going off. And we're like, is he doing DIY in there? I was doing DIY in there. But no, he was unbolting the door because he used a screwdriver to take off the bolts on the door. I mean, normally when you see stuff like that, that's a bad sign. But and then especially when the lights up and everything, like you're walking around. And my best way to describe it is, it feels like The Prodigy. So, if you think about like The Prodigy and what you think that is, that's what that venue is like. It is literally like The Prodigy, just mad. It was just great. And then when the lights went up and everything like that, when all the lights went on, sound was going, it was the best music venue I've ever played in. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're in Derby, go check that music venue out. Go support it. It is a terrific place, and you are absolutely so lucky to have one of them on your doorstep. Yeah, so check out these videos, they come out every Friday. Yeah, they're great. I like them. I enjoy putting them together. It gives me a good laugh, and I'm like, oh yeah, we did that. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, we did that. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's that. So basically, now we move on to the part where how did Kevin Ellis, basically an introduction to Kevin Ellis. Really, I realised like kind of not so long ago. Well, actually, I say not so long ago. I realised this week when Kev brought it up. We haven't really done an introduction to Kevin Ellis and how they became into the band and everything like that. So, at the start of 2024, Danny, who was our old guitarist, he left the band. So, yeah, he kind of just dropped it on us a little bit, and we were kind of backpedaling, I would say, because we were like, oh, we got all these dates. We had basically booked. We were 2 weeks away from a date. We had a tour booked in a month after, and we had our first ever headlines festival slot towards the end of the year. So it was quite frustrating, and we had 2 songs at that point as well. So End of the World had just come out with Remy's first vocals, and we had Start Again that was already recorded and finalised, and we were basically just waiting to release it a bit further down the line. But then, yeah, when he left us, kind of left us in a bit of a pickle. So me, Ollie, Remy, and Jay were just like, oh well, we're definitely carrying it on. We've got all this stuff to do. Let's 100% carry it on. Let's keep going. And then we had to basically train up a guitarist to fill into one of our shows, which was our HMV show. So basically we played at a local HMV. In all fairness, it was a great show and everything like that. It was great. It was packed as well, which was great. And HMV said, oh, definitely the best band that we've had in there. They probably tell that to everybody, but yeah, it was quite nice to hear that. Yeah, but it was that was lovely. We had to get Eric in to do that. So Eric, my good friend Eric, he's my childhood friend, one of my best mates, and he stepped in for us for basically he had a week to practice our whole set and then come in and play it live in front of like kind of, especially to a musician, situations like that are intimidating as. You put me on a stage in front of 100,000 people, I'll be fine. You put me on a stage, well, it's not a stage, it's a corner of a shop. You make it into a little stage, and you just feel like you're in the way of everybody, really. So the idea of that was quite daunting. I hate stuff like that. But it was a really good show in the end. But Eric stepped in for that one. And that was great. But and the person who was on the sound that day, who basically set up a stage for us and made it thingy, was Kevin. So Kevin come and done the sound for us on that day, and yeah, we just instantly hit it off with him and everything like that. So we didn't know if he did like kind of play guitar or anything like that. Remy knew him. Because he did like some sound around where she used to play and everything like that. And then after the HMV show, we were like, oh, why don't we see if Kev will do the tour? And we're like, oh, well, yeah, bring him in. Let's have him in for a practice and let's see how we get on with him. And we instantly hit it off. Yeah, Kev was just like, he just had everything that we were looking for, like kind of his energy. He shared exactly the same ambition as us, and he was on the same wavelength as us, so it was just absolutely fantastic. So we took him on tour with us, and Kev never left after that because it was just, he had like kind of cemented himself in and we couldn't see ourselves doing without him anymore. So he did our tour with us, and yeah, it was just fantastic. And yeah, I'm thankful that we got Kev, and he was just absolutely brilliant. And then at the end of that tour, we got at the beginning of the tour was when we got another bit of bad news. So Jay, who was our previous drummer, he had decided he wanted to move on and do something different. He was just an amazing bloke. He was just so lovely. He was great to be around, like kind of and yeah, and if you do get a chance, go check out his new music for his new band, because it is actually really good. So yeah, no hard feelings on that one. But yeah, no, we always knew it was going to be a bit of a struggle, because it is really hard to find drummers, especially like kind of competent drummers that don't have massive egos, which we found out quite soon when we were advertising for a drummer. So when Jay left, put out loads of ads basically to advertise for a new drummer. There was a lot of egos out there, which comes with musicians, unfortunately. Yeah, and we just couldn't find the right one. It took us a good couple of months to figure it. And Remy was like, she's basically pulled everyone together at this point. And then Remy was saying like, oh, I know this guy. His name's Alice. Do you reckon we can give him like an audition? We were like, oh, okay then. Yeah, why not? Me and Remy actually weren't there that weekend, so Kev, Ollie took Ellis to this to the practice to Chasing Mallory HQ, and they just went through all Chasing Mallory stuff, and yeah, they said he was great, and then we had a date after where all of us met up and did something, and yeah, we played one song together, and it was just perfect. Like kind of, it was like he was there the whole time, and it was like all of us had basically been together the whole time. It was just insane. So Ellis stepped in a couple of weeks before we went on to our first headline festival slot. And yeah, it turned out to be one of our best shows. And that's not because like kind of, it's not because like kind of, we're blowing our trumpet or anything like that. It just became our best ever shows because we all got along so much and we're all so much on the same wavelength, is that us all having fun transpired onto stage. And it's just so important, because especially like kind of the whole having fun elements, because if you're not having fun, it's not really a hobby anymore, is it? And you do music because you enjoy it, and you do music because it's a way to express yourself, and you do music because it's a way that the arts. But the main important one is to know that you're having fun and everything like that. And if you're not having fun, the audience are going to know, and everyone's going to know, and it becomes a job then, and you don't want. That's where you have to separate everything. Yeah, and it's just one of them, and we knew after that festival, we knew that like kind of how well we clicked and everything like that. I was like, yep, this is great. Let's keep going. So yeah, all really exciting. So that's how Kev and Alice came to be, and really in 2025, through our gigging and writing, we've all just become the best of friends. And it's just been so nice, and I mean we all look forward to like kind of doing gigs now, and we all look forward to meeting up. It doesn't even matter. I think it's just really good, and I feel like kind of it's just so exciting. Like I said, you very rarely get that with a bunch of musicians where you all just click and you're all on the same wavelength. And thankfully we have that in Chasing Mallory. And yeah, I'm so happy to have them, and yeah, it's great. Happy days. So that covers pretty much everything that I wanted to go over on this episode. Thank you very much for listening, first of all, because I am literally rambling today. Well, I feel like I'm rambling. Let me know if I rambled a bit in the comments below. But yeah, feel free. Yeah, please give us a like, listen, and follow us on all socials. They'll be down the description down here. They'll be down in the description right now. So click that, and then we've got the subscribe button here. So press subscribe button to keep notified on everything Chasing Mallory, on what we're going to do. And yeah, have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.